In July 2022, the Richmond area NTRAK had an extraordinary opportunity, beginning with marketing, advertising, promotion, and then an epic train show. Join us now for the promotional video, followed by an epic excursion. Model railroading is the little miniature world that you make in the palm of your hands. So for a lot of folks, it's all about being a kid. Well, for me, this is about being a kid again. You'll see in the various scales that we have to present an entire realm of worlds where people are going to focus in near and far. It's all in there. When a child walks up to a layout, just like this train is going by right now, and you're looking at it at eye level, you really think, wow, that looks so real. And that's where art meets form. The Trains, Trucks, and Tractors event, the Titans of Transportation, is a model railroad show surrounded by a museum full of trucks and tractors. I can't imagine a better combination of the Titans of Transportation, where we're literally going to celebrate what it was that made America and makes America move. You absolutely want to check out everything that's in this show, and you might even ask yourself, how did it happen? The Keystone Truck and Tractor Museum received a donation of O-gauge equipment, thinking, why not? So they should have a train, maybe some flat cars with some tractors on it. And it didn't take long before I sat there and I said, can you imagine trains, trucks, and tractors? Oh my. Now, many folks in the Richmond area probably remember who Sailor Bob was. Sailor Bob's son donated his dad's personal home layout, and we are going to have that layout for the first time in a major public event. Obviously, the Keystone Truck and Tractor Museum, what a great venue, and if this is your first time to visit that museum, you're in for a real treat. We're going to have an O scale with the River City three-railers, and we'll have the HO scale, Virginia, Piedmont, and Central, and an N scale, the Richmond area NTRAK. And in addition, we're going to have the Rich Brick Lego City Model Railroad featuring Lego. And I think that the only player missing is you. I can't think of a more epic rest stop than the museum. All aboard! Joining our excursion in progress, we are right now on the module known as Keystone, made by Tom Kaiser. This is the first of 3 peninsular return loops that basically makes what is known as an RANTRAK 2.0 layout. We are now passing through a module set known as Labor Day Weekend, this being the Polar Caves, featuring Margaret's Candy and Crafts, Campground Christian Fellowship, Page's Pumpkins, Ye Old Grist Mill, Armin's Apples, and Charlene's Airbnb. These modules, originally built by John McGowan, featuring this McGowan's Pond, was refurbished by J.M. Gadori. Now entering Kaiser's crossover, built by Tom Kaiser. This is a critical junction point where lines cross red, yellow, and blue. Adjoining the crossover is Kaiser's Creek, also made by Tom Kaiser. We will return for a closer look at the town of Overlook and Overlook Junction, but now let's look at 3 Rock Industries. 3 Rock was a club project involving Dave Beasley and Tom Kaiser, in which the red, yellow, blue lines were placed in tunnels underneath a green line industry. After leaving the 3 module outside corner known as 3 Rock, we now enter Sand Hill, which is a lead-in module to the Powerhouse Bend return loop. Powerhouse Bend was built by Tom Kaiser, and as you can tell by all of the return loops, they are designed to bring the upper line green down to join either the red, yellow, or blue line. Tom's meticulous installation of overhead power lines is a signature of many of his module contributions. Our excursion train paused for water at Sand Hill, above Sand Hill Station, built by Tom Kaiser. Passing the green line 3 Rock Industries, we can see the many examples of operational opportunities. We now return to the Overlook Junction, the town of Overlook, and the Overlook Industries. 4 modules, all built by Dave Beasley, with very specific and detailed operations in mind. Dave is also known for remarkable detail in the buildings themselves, weathering them, applying smoke to smokestacks, and having a real operational purpose. Dave Beasley also knew from experience with the Eastern End Lines that we needed plenty of yards and crossover opportunities to make our operations work. And so he built this 3-module set known as Hilltop Yard. Next up is Foley's Mill, also by Dave Beasley. We are now passing Brockport, New York, built by Earl Hamill. In addition to the return loops, it's also helpful to have a rise and fall from the upper level to the lower level main lines, and that's exactly what Bob and Keith did on the Bob and Keith module. Bob Thomas, president of RANTRAK, and Keith Peterson both collaborated to do a great job, particularly with trees and other scenery. The third and final return loop is the Snake River Coal made by Tom Kaiser. Probably one of the most scenically stunning modules within the RANTRAK collection. Adios. RANTRAK has left the building. In only an hour and a half, the room is almost clear.